Today I'm back in LA with Chef JR of Tatang's in NoHo. JR is going to be teaching you how to make a classic Filipino household favorite called inihaw liempo, or grilled pork.
Grilled pork belly.
Grilled pork belly. Yeah, it has to be the belly, otherwise it's not going to hit the same. This is actually something that I ate like 3 weeks ago at a family party, so you already know that this is like something so staple and ubiquitous in our food.
Heritage pork is essentially what our grandparents and our great-grandparents used to eat. This is a style of pork that is no longer provided in mass. Very, very rich. It's something that is what I would say just brings back nostalgia.
And just for some context as well, JR's restaurant, Tatang's, is most well known for their chicken sisig, but I thought that showing you guys this recipe would be a lot more, important just because of how important pork is to the Filipino diet.
It's the national favorite. We start off with Calamansi. The ripe fruit, the more condensed flavored, unripened. Cut them open. When it comes to experiencing what liempo is to a lot of people, including myself, I like to think about the flavor profiles with respect to fresh calamansi, pepper, and soy sauce. The staples of what we should be, in my mind, be using for the marinade itself when it comes to the pork. Marinade. The family was enormous. If you take a look at our logo, there's 16 leaves on the logo, which represents 16 children that my grandfather and grandmother had. And so every weekend was somebody's birthday, wedding, whatever it was, there was a reason for a family gathering. Liempo was just something that was kind of, that we would expect to have. The calamansi juice here. The soy sauce. And essentially what we did was create a brine. You've got salt from the soy sauce, you've got sweetness from the citrus, and some water. All that's missing now is some black pepper and the pork. If by chance you are having a hard time finding fresh calamansi, which is definitely a thing, I just also ran into this brand new label by Saint C, and it is a calamansi juice stored in a glass bottle. It's delicious. I think it's one of the next best things besides fresh frozen juice or the fresh calamansi itself. What we have over here is one that we've been able to brine for overnight at least. As you can see, most of this on this half right here is maybe 90% delicious richness. Pork that was conventionally raised, you would see much more even marbling all throughout the whole piece, meaning to say the leaner parts would go all the way to this other end. All of that right there is not lean. Qualities are so sought after. This is the type of richness that people who are familiar with heritage look for and enjoy. So what we're gonna be doing is throwing this onto the grill with this thickness, which is somewhere between ½ an inch to an inch. We're looking at somewhere around 5 to 7 minutes on each side. Once this starts to really flare up, that's a telltale sign that it's gonna start to catch on fire, and that's when it really should be watched. There's a strategy to making sure that you don't over-singe your pork. However, a little bit of that to a good amount of that is actually very delicious, in my opinion. You can see over here with the pork, the flares are starting to be a lot more consistent. They're coming up in much shorter intervals, and the top side of the pork is beginning to look cooked. At this point, it's ready to turn. flavor profile of charred meat. What we do at the restaurant is we make our own house blended vinegar, which consists of palm vinegar,
Nice.
cocoa vinegar, Ilocano vinegar,
Nice.
and a standard white Filipino vinegar. I use Dato Puti,
Classic.
organic apple cider vinegar for a little bit of sweetness.
Yeah. This is the dish. Easy enough. Like literally 3 ingredients. Good quality pork. I think that's the main takeaway. Is that to really get the most flavor out of this dish, good quality heritage pork, if you can find it. All right, let's take it. I'm excited, dude. I've heard so much about this stuff. It just hits different. The fat is just, man. Yeah, the fat is different.
Try this outside.
Like, cause with the fat too, it's like the fat is so soft and melty, but then when you have that char, it just gives you like that crisp.
Yeah,
You guys try this at home. Visit Tatang's in NoHo.
thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys joining us, and hopefully we get to see you at the restaurant soon.
Yeah, order this dish and the chicken sisig.
Yes, please.
Yeah, get the large. It's just banging, dude.